We started at 5:30, 9:25. We are wrapping up here. I have a Badwam on Adom TV, multi-TV. So we don't mind at this point, we say a lot of press releases, but it's part of the game. The SSC 2-1 among quickly near 2 and among. But if you care to know, both transition team members, they are ready. I'll read out the names and the personalities of both sides. But just in from Fantiakwa North Constituency, New Patriotic Party, Office of the Parliamentary Candidate. Press statement released by Kwame Appiah-Kodia, the MPP Parliamentary Candidate for Fantiakwa North Constituency. I convey my dissatisfaction on the obvious manipulation of the legislative elections. The NDC has once again shown its disdain for democratic values, despite our best attempts to guarantee a free and fair process. It must be noted that the NDCs were emboldened to declare themselves the winners of the parliamentary election without following specified rules and regulations after learning that the former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, had won the presidential elections. In order to submit pink sheets at the collation center, EC presiding officers in Fantiakwa North had to endure a string of assaults and beatings from the NDC thugs. Others were hospitalized, including the MPP Constituency Secretary, as a result of the attacks by the NDC thugs. Furthermore, I, Kwame Appiah-Kodia, the parliamentary candidate for the MPP, who is a major stakeholder in the just-ended elections, was even prevented severally by hooligans who were at the entrance of the collation room until the police intervened. However, the NDC parliamentary candidate was comfortably seated without any hindrances. With only 2 polling stations remaining, it became evidently clear that the NDC had lost the parliamentary election. They then told the district officer of the EC that they have been summoned by their national executives to come to Accra and, for that matter, cannot continue to be part of a collation process. This led to the abrupt discontinuation of the collation process by the EC. The Deputy Eastern Regional EC Director later intervened and summoned both parties to his regional directorate. The meeting at the regional directorate on Monday, 10 December 2024, was rescheduled due to heightened tension. The illegal and criminal declaration of the NDC parliamentary candidate as a winner. As we await the verdict of the matter, which was referred to the regional directorate of the Electoral Commission, the district returning officer was forced by the NDC parliamentary candidate and his hooligans with cutlasses, guns, and other deadly weapons to overturn the results in his favor. They went ahead to loot money meant for the payment of transport of the EC officials. They also burned some pink sheets and threw away some ballot boxes. Attached, you have your photos and your videos of the destruction. I must put this on record that their act is null and void and has no merit in our electoral processes. The figures quoted are fabricated and do not reflect the true will of the people. This declaration is vague and has no basis as far as the collation of the 132 pink sheets are concerned. I am therefore calling on the Ghana Police Service to swiftly arrest the perpetrators of this criminal and unlawful act and bring them to book to safeguard our revered democracy and peace in Fantiakwa North and Ghana at large. As far as the New Patriotic Party is concerned, we have collated our results and have won the parliamentary elections convincingly, as supported by the EC's pink sheets, and we can confidently say without any equivocation that nothing can stop the parliamentary victory of the New Patriotic Party in the constituency. The NDC know that they have lost the parliamentary elections in Fantiakwa North, and they should accept it in good faith for peace to reign. No amount of intimidation or frustration can circumvent the will of the people. And it's signed Kwame Appiah-Kodia, MPP parliamentary candidate for Fantiakwa North. Well, on that note, our former ambassador to the UK, a staunch NDC member, His Excellency Victor Smith, is here. Uncle Victor, Afrishapa, and congratulations to you.
Yo, that's it. I'm sure that all come bro from come guys say what can better us come bro.
Abishape, congratulations.
I think about it.
Utinkwa.
See that's it.
All right, so quickly, Mame, Ensa let Ghana for the team no mushia for a handover no team in here. So for the MPP, we have Godfrey Yebo Adami, the Attorney General, and then we have the Honorable Sechi Mensah Bonsu, Minister responsible for Presidential Affairs. We have the Honorable Dr. Mohammed Amin Adom, responsible for Finance, that's the Minister. Honorable Henry Kote, Interior Minister. Honorable Dominic Nitiwu, Defense Minister. Honorable Shirley Ayokobochi, Foreign Affairs Minister. Martin Ejimens Akosa, Local Government Minister. And then Albert Khan Dapa, National Security Minister. Additionally, in line with Section 1(2) of the Act, the team shall include the following individuals: the Head of Civil Service, Dr. Evans Agri Dakon, the Head of Local Government Services, Dr. Nana Atuata, the Secretary to the Cabinet, Ambassador Mercy Deborah Kakari, and the National Security Coordinator, Mr. Edward Asmeni. So that's it. And then furthermore, pursuant to Section 5(1) of the Act, the President has appointed the former Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Professor Aaron Michael Quay, to the Advisory Council. The Chairperson of the Advisory Council will be the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Agman Bagbin. And that's it for the side of the MPP. If you get to the NDC, the NDC has Honourable Julius Deborah as the co-chairperson to that of Mama Frema Opare. Honorable Johnson Esiedun Ketia, member. Honorable Fifi Fiavekweti, member. Dr. Callistus Mahama, member, Secretary to the Transition Team. Dr. Valerie Sawyer, member. Professor Kwame Ahoy, member. Dr. Ato Forsen, member. Honorable Mahama Yarega, member. Honorable Gusi Tando, member. And Dr. Edward Omane Boama. Additionally, the President-elect has nominated Right Honorable Edward Do Ajaho as member of the Transitional Advisory Council, and signed Sami Jemfi Esquire. So that's the team. Omuinushia Edinkita Hona, Omobunkunta quickly on Krata, and the Ama by for Namiadma 7th January 2025 for Babana for Moswatwaso Efrio. On that note, Mujidi say, Mu deserve this unprecedented winning. You deserve it?
But of course. But of course. I mean, they are cost so in the last 8 years. 2020, we didn't believe that the MPP won the election.
You still don't believe?
We still don't believe it. We still don't believe it. They know what they did. In fact, one point, you know, but he wasn't going to speak in one of his
communications.
No, yeah. But then change. We allowed peace to reign. And Ghanaians had enough time to assess absolutely rubbish government.
Rubbish?
Yes.
A non-performing government cannot be
the
rubbish.
way, no, rubbish in the sense that it brought hardships to the people of this country, including pensioners. Obia yejuma ne life ni na ko pension. Now what do we say kanisika? Wo hardly. Ni pay wuko. If I lose my father or my uncle or my brother, I will not like you because of the actions. So some of the people have died, and I know a classic case of that. Kama, you know, chief executive, you know, the owner of Kama
group of companies.
Yeah, Ajekum.
Yeah, Mr. Jekum.
He was talking about it 2 weeks later. He was dead because omusika obedience kanisika ordinary dream, you know, but it makes them people suffer heart a failure and idea because the plans in to consume. Meanwhile, when you into Ibia, on to me inquire bibi.
Okay, cannot anyhow.
Now just one same my life in Yamami. People have died. And you know, I met one of those. They had an association, and no more complain. They lamented. They tried hard to try and get government to back off. And this government said, "Let's say to me, who $5 million will be fair? What do you think? Take the people for?" There's anger. There's anger and hunger, both of them, in people. Some of these hooligans who are creating problems, you know, some of them, It's from frustrations in life caused by a bad administrator, bad governance.
Yes, some person yes sir.
We say bad governance.
And yes, some person yes sir. Name amamuna anko
yeah, frustration. Amamuna anko no. I frustrated it be life. It is the life in here. Just maybe then we are seeing type of thing. And no dancing. Some of them were copycat from what had happened previously in the changeover when MPP came in 2001. Their course so any 2016. Both created this kind of problems. The most recent ones, and over the youth who are misbehaving, they may not go far back as 2000, you know. But we all witnessed it. We are old enough to know that what happened. Ni a cars. We can't not afford who that now obiabo attack na a government car. 2016, 2017, and a mobile power. And then the year who Ghana ha. Even kwa bura a court. Could we releasing Kwafo? A minimum pam Kwafo fast. They went there chasing a Danka Bruce officer, police officer. They drag you down. They make you look like you are a criminal. And some of them is a copycat behavior. But MPP leadership at the time did not call these people to their people to order. And I'm a copycat a syndrome now. I be do Yemfwa Sukra and Ranajo, President Mahama, President-elect Okasaye against it. He was so frustrated about what is the meaning of this. You know, he called and asked me about Ayenzano. And then I about a EC office. At the time, I'm in the community. So I called the PC. What happened? You know, I catch him say, a press conference and we said, no, a demonstration. Or say, almost, you know. And there were police people guarding the place. So they had no fire tender. So when they set the fire, they just destroyed.
So even the president-elect is frustrated at what is going on because
he doesn't like it. It's not good for the country. It is not. You cannot destroy to build. We have come to try and build a better Ghana for all Ghanaians. These people have got to be contained. And it's not only NDC. MPP for able rank for a warehouses and even fear because they knew that they had been given in a Giannini, other fertilizer and other things. Now come campaign and the bill man keep you fear. And then there are general bad people in town. You see, there are some people who may not be NDC MPP.
He take advantage of the time.
Yeah, so we could say they are NDC people. I mean, there's no doubt. Ghana Gas, and I suspect that it was not a boy who used that platform as a spokesperson of Ghana Gas. Odidi Bahamatem. Owusu Bempa. He has created that problem for Ghana Gas. Ghana Gas, we should send him home today. That boy has not behaved well. And he made Ghana Gas look as if You see, that's why the people went there. Otherwise, what would they go and do in Ghana Gas? Who compared them all? Can you run a gas company?
Yeah, Ghana, dear.
We use it as a platform to attack. I mean, our chicken that lays the golden egg, you know. So the moment power came to hand, our boys said that this is the time to get you. You know, and seriously, I even though I don't subscribe to the people going there, no, he brought it upon the company by the almost misbehaving. Nobody called him to order. And my problem is that if leadership doesn't call people to order, Mahama first day before even he was announced, I mean declared as the president-elect, you know, we had a little chat on this matter, and he had told Sami Jenfi to go out there and issue a statement or have a press conference. I don't know whether you attended.
Yeah, we had that one.
Yeah, he did.
That is how far President Mahama can go.
Well, he told them to stop, you know, talk to them. Then during his own speech after the declaration, he made reference to it. And yesterday he was very infuriated. So now he comes out himself because Uwe Kambum.
So Ghana Gas visuals been a oh, sir.
Me, I heard it I heard it, you know, I was in an office and said, oh,
we need to appeal to them because when you break all this, that's why I still
what are they going to do there?
The government money will still go back for innovation. And government already has described this administration say, or they call Abyss. That's the president. So we need to fight back for the Ghana we're all looking for. We will appeal. We will appeal. Uti Uncle Victor the end. And it's a quite vision. A minimum now fresh ID with the more abanasa. but still an appeal that it is Ghana. Let us fit into the Ghana we all have and we all belong. In fact, that assurance has been given to us by the president-elect and the national chairman of the NDC. So it's one Ghana. So back and forth on that matter, the say it's condemned and nobody supports
but when
that.
you have papers like this one publishing
Stop rampaging
NDC supporters, Baumia to Mama. Baumia, first of all, no, he was the candidate flag bearer for the MPP. Currently, there's a sitting president. This is a sitting president who must take a necessary action.
But we say more experience will be done. We say we need to also talk about that. When there's a change in government, security breaks down.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
And because why express will be that? One for when there were all manner of.
I'm saying that there were all manner of things.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing was, you see, I'm saying copycat.
Yeah.
MPP for no, Abraham yes I no.
But it was perfect.
Leaders did not take the necessary. In fact, what Mahama is doing now is definitely a positive, and he's telling his people to back off, and that if you commit those crimes, the police will deal with you. The law will deal with you, and he won't come to support you. He's telling his own supporters, don't do what you're doing, and they went to Gapoa, and I'm sure you see, I said, yeah, Kasano, if they been you know what I'm saying? You can only make public pronouncements.
Yeah.
So we are talking.
Yeah,
we are talking to our regional executives of a party office. We are talking constituency. Tell them, go to the community and tell the youth. Say, Woko, let's be a bit too hard. Don't come to us. If they arrest you and prosecute you and jail you or whatever, don't come to us. We didn't come into power.
Sanction this one. You didn't sanction this one.
We didn't sanction. We didn't ask anybody to do this. They are just copying what they had been done to us before.
Well, if you've just joined us, any area Victor Smith in Efichen Komo and we say area Victor Smith, now back to maybe the main conversation of President-elect. All Kanasem said there's a task ahead because the country is an abyss. Chairman of the party NDC also saying that he can feel the load on his shoulders, the task ahead. Are you ready for the task?
We are. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be in this position if we're not ready for it. And say, we mapped out a manifesto, which was not one of those ordinary manifestos. The kind of people came in and the information we got, I don't suppose we got all the information, the damage, how deep it is, the cancer. But we have some, and we built our policies and everything and the promises in the manifesto, everything, based on concrete information that we got, how the damage, how deep the wound, the sore was. Until you be dealing with it now, we have a fair idea of what we want to do to rescue the nation from going to the abyss.
Do you have the men?
You're living good. We more than have the men. We are not those who came and said, what a solid team. And they ran away from the economy. The solid team, full of economists, they all ran away and left Ken Oforiatta to his own
with the only time say, I said, describing a very tough moment for your government.
We are aware.
It's more nipa, omonim dia, omo akani opepa, somebody may steer the affairs of this country.
Yes. We've had people travel from afar. Ghanaians, professionals, intellectuals, people who have experience, hands-on experience, were part of the shaping of our manifesto. So out of all the last 3-4 years, we were not joking. I was in that office, governance. I was part of it. Let me share the ECOSO. We are ready. And John Mahama was at any stage, he was briefed. He comes to sit down and listens to the argument.
The challenge ahead is enormous because we promises back on here a lean government to execute this big job.
But that should not be too difficult. If people are serious, they can deliver. If you are serious, you can deliver.
A lean government.
I'm telling you.
To deliver this task ahead.
I'm serious.
And the description of the weight ahead is very...
First of all, the debt stock. With the heavy weight, 750 billion plus.
But that's the point I'm saying. We're not going
to go and borrow new money. Who would ask President Mahama, he will tell you, no borrowing for the first year. No borrowing money. We need to use whatever we have, internally generated or locally or domestic, to manage projects, those who are viable, which we believe would help this country move forward, we will pursue them and complete them. It doesn't matter whether the MPP started it or not. But we need to finish those ones. We cannot abandon the E-blocks that we built and they left in the bush to rot because it is Ghana's money. So we won't take new money to go and build new blocks. We will try and clear those ones and finish them. Community day schools so our people can go to school, for instance. We said we're bringing a 24-hour economy. It is meant to give 3 times the, if you like, job opportunities that we have presently. The idea is to encourage and motivate private sector to sign on to the 24-hour economy. And with all the motivations or the benefits that come with it, including security, including tax reliefs, so that we can employ more people. So if we're running a 24-hour shift, for those who don't understand it, it means the whole 24 hours, machines are working, for instance. If there's a production, agri-production, agri-processing thing, machines machines in Kenya my bread and that. Only part that's in after 8 hours, you slow down. So you go and another person comes. So there's another person in employment. And the satellite family in here will benefit from household income. Then there's a third person who also will do the same before they come to the first person again. So 1, 2, 3, with their family, a satellite family in here, they will get some benefit. Either they'll get employment at home privately, they will do, somebody, or wife will be doing wache if you can get some little income for the person. More people will get at least a decent living as opposed to currently.
How are Abaya Hodo now go to? And I'll tell you, no president in Aba Ghana, inclusive the president-elect, or no not say or be mismanaging the country. A pen do nana, a how na ye enipa ye free almost a become home. Na yen steer the affairs of the country. One critical area, MPP de Bomusobo. Monso Modiabo MPP Subro say in the history of this country, and your me faketa as a program aban with the omonyo. It is more mindful of the people you are engaging to join John Mahama, and then mindful that the watch is on how you fight corruption.
Yeah.
Are you mindful of that?
Very much so. We know, say, about the association. I'm born who modding effort that particular aspect of governance. The corruption thing. They touted this thing that almost the OSP about. Has the OSP been allowed to work? Between you and I, you know what has happened. The first one was hounded out more or less. He referred to a sitting president as mother serpent of corruption. How else can we describe this government? The leader has been described by the person he appointed. The second one, the current OSP. What's his name? The current OSP.
Mekai, lawyer, I forgot. Mekai, yeah. Ejebin.
What hasn't he said?
Ankwano ye di meeting bia.
Mr. Okakwane bia ni atete. They say, short of saying this is a very wicked leader, President Akufo-Addo. No, because you appoint the person and then you prevent him from working. What is that supposed to mean?
But is it not our system? When the fight against corruption is on,
why did you bother to set up that one?
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not a lawyer. But if I was given that position, those bad people will run out of this country. I can promise you that. You can't. When I was minister, somebody tried to get me to bend the rules. Very good friend of mine from the other side. I still laugh and I still won't do it. The right thing ought to be done. And I followed the legal process. The person doesn't even talk to me anymore because of that. It doesn't matter. He was my friend. Because you won't do the wrong thing and think that the country does, just do what you can do. No. I don't have that attitude in life. And for us, we are going to help John Mahama to deal with that problem. And me, I'm offering myself, say, if any member of our government tries to play games like corruption or any funny deals, I'll be the first to tell the president that this person, I'll point. what he's doing can bring us down. You should be bold. Ghana first. That's the policy.
Interacting with the president-elect, one of the challenges this administration had was issue of reshuffle. It's a
the current one.
Yeah, current one. Mono amotia chairman who start challenges and lapses, you know. Are we going to enjoy a 4-year mandate without these reshuffles or the probability of reshuffles?
There will be plenty. Especially, you know, the law says that he should the most of his ministers should come from parliament. And now he has 184 plus.
Parliament.
So no, now he has a bigger problem.
It's going to be another problem.
180 something people. If they said we are taking 60 ministers.
Regional balance.
Yeah, and all those things. It's stressful. 100 year pay, what started fire will be from. So you got to just do something that Obiabetino wants.
Pleasing.
No, Obiabetino wants it, and as we go forward, you must support the president to deliver on his mandate. Now, you be real, I'm not for be born abaso. John Mahama is going to leave a legacy. It will be difficult for a lot of people to surpass. Seriously, if this government, they are cautionable, why do you think, I'll be honest with you, they voted for NDC, but the bulk of Ghanaians voted against this government. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Exactly.
They voted for us, NDC for, but the numbers we had meant that people disliked what this government has done.
Fed up, rather.
They were just quiet. Ghanaians are strange though.
Ghanaians can be fed up, but they'll be quiet.
Yes. I mean, no. I was saying that Yako campaign idea, no. Sometimes, no, you're trying to read people's body language. Say, are they supporting us or they're not supporting you?
Because crowd, no.
I was on the street everywhere. I don't know whether you saw any of my
footages. Some of your short videos.
Yeah, with flags and everything.
Yeah.
I stand back and watch how people respond to campaign. You know, you can see some like in Kumasi. The one that surprised me most, Ahojo runabout. We had occupied the place, we were flagging, the music was on, we were telling them how we are coming to change this country. A woman stopped her car in traffic. She wasn't an NDC person. I didn't know her from anywhere. She walked up and said, please go and brand my car NDC. Asante Krom, or I must say a winning election.
Okay, sir.
Or see, go and brand it. I want you to brand it. Let me see. We don't do branding here, so I gave her the small flags. Now this is mommy. It's like now it's like and they felt relieved that I did their course no time. So who find especially with Kumasi no so who be looking things against NPP I hear be trouble. And it be my di omu also another serious matter. Obi trying who say oh mama mo ham you better mama no ko on shall cry or can or
and you were tremboko
or can I'm serious. I feel people like that, you know.
So they had decided, and you had that idea in mind, saying, Governor, be disappointing people in the Ashanti region. You knew
I was almost certain. I went to, there was another video of mine, dancing with women in market in my Adom, me. I stood by this MPP woman in the store. I said, I didn't do a store in him. Me don't mo party. Me call, no me say, how na me jina. Ni ye bedroom. No say, and then they be, let me say, oh, there, it's a me call, me your gram. How are you woman going to beat me? Eventually, before I left there within 30 minutes, no, she had put on our scarf. Now she was dancing and bracing me all over the place. This was their leader on that line. MPP woman. So I knew immediately there was a problem for the MPP. But you see, as I went to Minka, party, but they are more, you know, they have made people suffer, but who can find Yakoka?
Apart from saying I'm on fire fed up, what actually also added up to that huge margins this unprecedented results are by?
No, so I told you clearly say NDC for the Badwam NDC. Normally people say that about 45% or more you check MPP for FAB. The little percentage now what they call this the floating. The floating for no.
Yeah.
In this occasion, the floating for no to my and the NPP for to my I'm telling you for free. Some of the MPs, they voted for Mahama to come, so they will get rid of the Achim mafia.
Achim.
I'm telling you, I'm an Achim. I'm telling you for free. I'm not part of the mafia.
Achim played a role.
I'm telling you, they want the thing back in Ashanti. We all know, we've done our assessment as politicians. They don't want what Nana Akufo-Addo did.
But this Achim mafia, does it exist?
It does. You and I know that they do. There are people. The whole thing around President Akufo-Addo were Achim mafia. I got to check with President Akufo-Addo and his brother. I've sat by him for 20 years and more. We are friends. But the fact remains that he had that group around him, Gabi, Bedietuo, his own brother, Ken Ofurata, and others Ofurata for being that any Ofurata, Duke, they are all like connected with that mafia. They were doing for Chebi. I have seen Chebi. Ochihi is my friend too. But the fact remains that Ghana first. You don't run this country down for a small group of people.
So you're going to do Bole Mafia?
Of course not. Why do I look as all come from Bole? No, the fact remains that the president comes from there. But the president is aware that this is the biggest test. He has done 4 years before. He was vice president, took over from the late Professor Mills, may he rest in peace. And now, God has for the historic return, the comeback kid, he's back on the block. And I'm saying this time around, President Mahama knows that he must leave a legacy for years to come. Like we talk about Kwame Nkrumah, they will talk about him. And I believe that. That's why I'm backing President Mahama. I've backed him throughout. From the time before he became running mate, vice president, and he's been my friend forever. Not because he's just a friend. I know Najumudo. He's a calmer person than me. That one everybody knows. He's a very calm person. But sometimes if people want to abuse this, he will crack the whip. I know that about him too. He'll be quiet, but he will deal with you. And then make us say, any of our appointees, if you go there with intention that you're going to misbehave or do something which Ghana or however Ghana they are, and they will give you a letter to go home. Because there are more people to choose from.
So what should be our expectation that when President Mahama is sworn in on January 7, 2025, how soon will it be in the ministers?
I think he mentioned 2 weeks or something like that.
2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks. So that means he has to do it before.
Record.
He has to do it before.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Why? If you're going to choose 60 people, you already know most of the people. You know them. Those who are going to come from outside your...
Is it not going to be hasty, like 2 weeks?
No. We have people. You're Masa, you're kind of going to waste time,
dragging.
To say, party. I'm sure we'll party will feel one way President Muhammad Bubefu. Because there's no time. We are hitting the ground running. He's going to make his appointments 2 weeks after swearing in. I'm sure he would have announced his
Now, to young citizens, as I see,
but of course, they are testing us. This is a real test for him. In a massive way. I mean, in 2016, almost will be TM by what? 1 million.
Close to 1 million,
2024
is 1 point something over 1 million. 1 point something.
So Ghanaians have put their trust in him not to disappoint them. And otherwise, we politicians, the political class, we are finished. If John Mahama disappoints like these people have, then where do the Ghana for? Where do we look at?
The difference of about 1.6. Now also disappointing.
What disappointing?
There's a beer no beer.
Where even I'm for cheddar. And now where? No, we're a serious country. The people want to live decent lives. They want the best of Ghana for their families. And to say, and the baby far. And seriously, this is our last chance as political class. John Mahama will have to redeem the political class. And that the HM was an aberration. A cop. Everybody just sits somewhere. And then I'm almost certain Dr. Baumia won't be brought back into the MPP. That I can tell you. That is my own view. That is my own view.
And going to give it to anyone. So party assembly, drew party.
Stop rampaging this thing.
So no, you're sitting vice president. It you get there, you're sitting vice president.
Politics. The president is sitting, and he is his deputy.
So only question.
The only party saying no. I'm not saying that they should take my role. MPP for Angasa.
But I'm saying so that you are not part of the MPP, so you don't know their strategy. But whoever say, I'm on for shall say no. I'm saying those amount for
we know the party we are dealing with, MPP. I know what some of the people have said.
Just
there's a video, a footage. One man I forgot who he was. When Dr. Bawumia wanted to do the primaries or start here. Obisa say who dey vision. Who vision? What man born na Akufo-Addo? Who dey assure who who trim this? Who Baza na Yarama? He was so angry with him. There are few of the people like that in NPP, and there are those one who don't talk. They will not take him as their running mate, as their flag bearer again. It's a long time in the future, but they won't take him again. MPP, are they anymore? Like they say, any from Titi.
But people have started going to him to assure him that this is just the beginning of his political.
Listen, I've been through this thing, politics with J.J. Rawlings, Professor Mills, John Mahama, and I'm still with John Mahama. In all those shenanigans in their course now, usually, at one point, where J.J. Rawlings, actually shocked when the people saw that Atta Mills was the one likely to succeed him. His own ministers, they were like, Atta Mills or oh no, we used to have the people come to our house, Mrs. Rawlings, after any state event. They went to Atta Mills instead because this is the human nature. And to some of China, well, some of them said, "Oh, that's a statesman like Sandy and Apana and Ubeka say, Wajatum." So you've been a statesman. But NPP that we know, the UP tradition, they will not allow this man to be their flag bearer again. They will not.
Okay, so then brought back to the administration of NDC. How now Mebunu, the youth, extremely wild. Maybe say disappointed. They want opportunities in life, job opportunities, educational opportunities, that kind of measured lifestyles and all those things. They're comparing. How easy Namubama assetting etimi, because those things that come up readily will be the dollar, will be the fuel aspect, will be electricity, all these things will be coming up. And somebody say, Yenya botre and copy the bank and now say more share, but say more kwano.
If you put money in people's pocket, they won't stress you again.
Yeah. It comes in various forms. How does it come?
24-hour economy, the idea, the concept is to create opportunities for others to earn a living. When they are earning a living, the stress on you yourself as a leader is lower. It gives you time to think. But if you come and do NAPCO, fake and Yama to say NAPCO, what's wrong with Independence Square? One moment of the day, if you come here and want to meet your couple. So you have to shut down NAPCO.
It was a 2-year exit plan.
Oh, but they couldn't exit it properly. Go for kind of how would they? You have to do things which are sustainable. You introduce so that the 24-hour economy, where it's not a government policy say, it has to be done. This is what we want to do. We're trying to encourage the private sector. It's not government who is going to employ people.
But my environment now conducive, say private sector will be 24 hours.
And the maker say the concept, it comes with a package. You remember some tax reliefs. That one, any businessman, woman, the tax reliefs is prepared to do.
They be a 24-hour economy. Baby, I'm as an example. I operate at abattoir, Jefamco. We close at 5. The probability a bit more close to a person in high. Nyoma ebeko akofaba no ebi ni Ghana, enantwie ne mponche no, Mali, Togo, Niger, Burkina Faso, onye kofaba. Now demand for animal high, but we cannot supply because it is too. Ni panso one be no, so we can't pay them. So we are always closing at 5.
Who needs to say?
You get this share money. But
the point is that if you draw a business plan based on it.
But I'm saying that with what you have said.
Yeah.
Are you ready to help some of these jobs to move into action?
But of course. You need capital injection.
Because the demand is there for the products.
So once you sign on to that concept and that's what you want to do, if you present it to any finance company or anything, because you are running 3 shifts and they look at your financials, they'll be able to tell you whether you can pay the money or not. If you are doing only 1 shift, then your turnover or your sales or whatever, it's not impressive. And so why should I give you that kind of money? So I'm running 3 shifts. We're going to have 3 group of people where we need to pay. but the machines are the same. Machine pon at a first shift now.
No, it was
so then another group comes in, and then so we produce more of whatever we are producing. In this case, you are talking about abattoir. If you want money to put the raw material into the, so that you can generate the income and pay them back. So when they look at the trade shift you are running, they are confident with the good management in that we will be able to generate that kind of turnover so that we can pay you your money back. It's the financial institutions.
Well, I think I'll become in an era, Victor Smith, and I can come on and say, Nami Adoma, 9:25 near PJM, but the next 3 minutes, maybe we'll question me because you could break bar. I feel no better, no mobile community and Sabia, and who here now for Yadana Semanako 0302 211 701 equals 4. Maybe you have a question, a suggestion, an input. Within just a few seconds now, they are to my 0302 211 701 equals 4. And the number of friend is 0302 211 701 equals 4. 9 is the Muller break. Game Park Father Roma, Yedbe Bro, no what to me, Abua, and Swave. Bakacho Senye, and upon Onkuna Numre, Area, Premtobre, and a Numre no. So clearly, you have the opportunity to also be a privilege. I'm watching me as but join me now. Frey on 0302 211 701 equals 4. Now what team near Akasa. So what's the mood of the president? Mixed feeling, excited, shocked, surprised?
No shock. We were confident that we're taking it.
But maybe, not to this extent.
Maybe but the margin was bigger than maybe we thought. But I made a prediction when I think it was the British elections, I think that one was also a landslide.
Landslide, US to landslide.
But before the US thing, I made a prediction that we could get 57% or more. That's what I said. Because then somebody said, oh, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. I said, no. In 96, Rawlings had 57.6. That's the highest that anybody's had in this country, as president. And I was confident that we could do that. Maybe I said it to motivate our rank and file. Yeah, to push harder. And he's happy, but on him say because a lot of damage has been done to the base. Oh, the kind of monies people want the monies retrieved, but we will use legal means and allow agencies to do what they have to do. Anybody who has taken the people's money wrongfully, I believe, sir, the exchange rate now ran away from 6 to about 12 over a short period, was done by this government. That is my belief.
Artificial.
Not artificial. They had CDs and mopped up the dollars. They had too much CDs. Stolen money. They bought the dollars off the market. So the market ran away.
What
have I said wrong?
Did we not
have an evidence? Did you have evidence there was $5 million in somebody's house? $5 million, not CDs.
Good morning. I'm saying. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm saying. Good. Your friend said, "Okay, sir, free."
Your friend is our Saraba. Because free Benjamin, the Oti region, the Kraken Chumbo district.
Okay.
Oti region.
So you too.
But me person Ambassador Smith said, "Na Osha Oti regions and I said some of the Oti regions na na bebre ya na yetimi ba krase ba be ya juma na kra ye chok. Nti dey point na betimi dey abo Oti region. Na and also media aboa ya ma youth na so ayo ho asen ato aba mo amanda so ndi say about power.
Okay, so that's it. Oti region talks about ba kra ba cry choked. What can be done in Oti region na ya ka Oti region na yes you ni aje. Adam say say
me fache ye o.
Good, ye tie o.
Me see Ghana hanum ye to aba ma o. Se ubetba di ntro e ka kire say ye ntomo oba fa nukure na fakte. Yina no omudi ye 25 nkukon kitenkite no kura na twimi ma adwun se ma mentum majo mama Ghana Hana Yewonu. What me create poultry farm sika wum and the mimi per se employment as a local economy. Lama support economy.
Okay, so yeah, that's all the pen cook getting there. Ojo yen cook na.
They old
Okay, Yanko Kumasi any callers anyway. Apom to say
Adom now.
I am Adom Boko Kumasi Potembe now, Bantimana, Krofumana, CPC and I say
What they chum so?
Hey, they chums the hardcore area. They chums what to say?
Kuruma yedin zo be kakaka.
Kasari eti was the Kuruma yedin.
Eba de
Ambassador Victor
Kano. Really, we had NPP primaries na ko yana. Na ankanya ba wo mia nanka omope no. But we use power near ya na force way. Man buy.
I give you talk set it to me. First year, catch ya may say be ubi the to support him. I go don't set any tone. We are crossing over to Mula. We will come back and have a conversation. Yes, I'm back. Me da sese wa Jibril Agusu hwe bedwem na Adom TV multi TV so. My main cause me there enemy 9 lessons no. It will be so interesting. So you're part of it kohwe woni so ade na bibia enko emfama ye o minute dunum CBP jai mu anum say na afi madawas no to aso ahwe Adom TV ye ne Ambassador Victor Smith ana etwetwe enkomo e wa hanum say Ambassador before the break one caller ka say mo hihye mu no e be de no motimi aboa ma oyusu oti as specific na oti nso e hon my vibrant kakra ma omudodo na na nkompeso mo bankan de bia don bedu na I choked. There's almost a comedy, but how are you going to make sure say some vibration be, most of the places are Ghana.
Yo, it's part of that 24-hour economy. No? We want to encourage, especially agro and agro processing. And Ghana is mainly an agriculture.
And you make your home.
Sorry, I acquire your.
I say economy.
Ghana, we are agricultural, if you like, nation, if I may put it that way, principally, farmers and everything. But the best amount for year farming now, they properly. Now you to be processed as part of a 24-hour economy. No? Because but the farmers there 24 hours or they remove here then. Yes, when they produce now, processing of agri products, is done in a factory or something like this. And it call or it may encourage locate private sector no locate or that side to create employment for that sector, that part of the country. Say we don't have this rural urban migration now. And it choke Accra now, the guy referred to. Because I think they just loiter, they fall into bad company, and other things. Yes. I guess the whole concept, is to encourage that investment by the private sector into the agri and agri-related industries. Say the Ufamu or Oti region. I think there are many Bandai and other places. Are many farmers especially yams that area. I've been to those areas. If we can process agri products, it will create the jobs for the people. If we run 3 shifts in the processing, then they will need more raw material. So they will encourage more people to do the farms. So you can get good money for the farm produce, which you supply to the factories, which are then processed. So that and then help to be exported. Even if to the sub-region countries now, we all eat similar food. Nigeria and other, and we eat similar food. Yam now, this root products, So the market is here. We can encourage it. We can even bring from neighboring countries. Cote d'Ivoire, I think they are basically like Ghana, almost with body and idea or hopper, plantain and all those things. So we can get farmers there to even supply, if we set up a similar agri-processing in Bono, or that part of the town, the country. There are others from the north who probably bring...
one district, one factory. But
it's somebody's offense and, if you like, mantra. They couldn't live up to it. We probably would do more. One district, many factories, not one. It's not government who's going to do it. We're going to encourage investors. That people should understand that government will prefer to offload the payroll of government. That's heavy on our, that is for consumption. If you have too many people on your payroll, you pay too much money for salaries. And to say if you can encourage the private sector to absorb those in government employment to help run the 3 shifts now, we'll have a less burden. Government expenditure will drop, and the revenue or the income of revenue for government can be used for other social, rather than to be paying salaries. And as much as possible, we're going to encourage the private sector to engage the youth in the production and to help them. We will help them. In fact, I remember President Mahama said that he will help them export, help them with the marketing of their produce. They will find ways of helping them so that they don't have any bottleneck anywhere. You produce and it's gone into another market somewhere. We will help with the marketing. You just keep producing, keep engaging the youth in work, and then their families too will benefit from that.
Okay, so that's your camera. The next 5 minutes, what Ghanaians should expect from this administration that is coming, and then what you expect from Ghanaians to also do. Everybody has a role. It's a balancing act. What we expect from your government and what you expect from us as citizens in the next 6 minutes. Talk to us. That's your
Well, President Mahama and the launch of his manifesto, Okache Ghanaians, that he has a social contract with them. Indeed, he said in the first 120 days, these are the things that he's going to do for them. I mean, I don't have them here ready, but I have it on my phone. He's signing a social contract with the people of Ghana that, based on which he believes you voted for him. He has a good mind for the people of Ghana. He intends, say, Obeboa Emma or Ghana Nimbe Biara, when you a good standard of living. Woni we busia for enkodi ehia. Was have a kowano. You earn an income. And it's a 24-hour economy now, it's a flagship policy. And it's a you be create opportunities. I'm a biara enye bibi kakra ye na sebi o onu so ni nebusia for no almost akoma no na mot me aton to my perifra na mo they live a better life. And in a nutshell, that's what we are trying to do for you. Bottom line, obi obedi here biara no odi politicians ho yawo odi Ghana mpenifo ho yawo say oma me bre wo me wiase ni ye kok edum kumase omo say ye ntade and all those things, because people don't have money. Because my life has become so difficult for people. You close down these banks. Bankers have ended up becoming Uber drivers with their private cars. I sat in one before. I worked in a bank. They closed the bank. I couldn't find a job. So I decided to use my car. And he dropped the wife and daughter at a place, and then I took him. And then he said, they're very decent. I said, what are you doing driving Uber? I say, me a banker. But you're a good company. I mean, little money that I want, I have to drive my car as Uber. Now, we should not try to, if you like, destroy people's lives this way. And then the good thing that he didn't say he was leaving the country to go abroad. We will encourage people to remain and get into the business of the private sector and investing in the private sector. And then government is going to give you the necessary push with the tax release, the security, and other incentives. Now they create these opportunities. If productivity is very high, we'll have a lot of Ghana government will get a revenue from some of the taxes that will come naturally from production. And
what do you expect of the citizens?
What we expect from the citizens is to cooperate with the government. John Mahama put out a message there, help me rescue Ghana. Now, the citizens have to really when he said they should stop what they are doing, this rampaging, you're not helping me. If you start destroying what the little we have, the structure we have in place, most of this is a more destabilized system now. It will cost us more money. It could cost you your life. And you also munjai, support me, help me rescue our country from the hands of those who have failed us. He promises. He has why be paying. In fact, his experience and that one can tell you because Obia Wayebida, Ayebida, and I can say, he's done it before, and he wasn't as bad as the people tried to make us look. After all, they eventually admitted, say, Doomsona, Omodi tagging a attempt, the Kikan say Ghana for bought into it, no. Now they realize that he solved the problem. But now we have enough capacity. You put me here electricity, no. We stabilize it. Why? So now they're looking at the person who's an economist is not able to talk about the economy. The president is quiet. So why must we even give the power to this particular crop of leaders? And Mahama say, Bwame, because he has intention to help this country progress. And I believe at the time that he would leave office, the legacy he would have put in place,
Well, Uncle Victor, maybe sure 120 in Mackingham house is here. Yes, first 120 a year days. No, some of the things that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ekache Ghana Force a year obey. I know the fight against Operation Get It Back in a key on my mind. Get all stolen money back. And then all those things, a part of it.
No, I think I mentioned that once. This
120 days. Promise.
Have you seen it?
Okay, so once it's not pushing up here, it's not opening. I will have to thank you and thank my viewers.
Yeah.
For time or munyaye, the Maya nano pay. The most important thing is that a bit of patience for the new administration, and we also have to hold them accountable to the promises that they have given us. I'll end by saying that thank you, Uncle Victor, and thank you to the Ghanaian community. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Thank you for your time. Let me admit, you be share.